Sir, close.
Start again. Still in. Sir, patra bani, sir. Complete. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, ready? Camera ready? Ready? One sec.
Smile, smile.
One more snap. Again.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Thank you. ಈಗಲೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ನಾನು ಎಳೆದಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ.
Start again.
ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಆಡಿಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸರ್, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಆಡಿಯೋ. ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆನ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆನ್. ಸರ್ ಹಲೋ. ಸರ್ ಇದು ಔಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಸರ್. మళ్ళీ కెమెరా
क्लिप्स और कार्ड का
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾ ಓಡಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಹಲೋ ಹಾಂ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಗ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್
I request everyone to put their phone on the silent mode. Kindly avoid
ಸಾರಿ ಮಾ
walking here in front of the diagram.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್. ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ರೆಡಿ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಓಕೆ ರೆಡಿನಾ ನೋಡಿ ಲುಕ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ ರೆಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸರ್ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಪ್ಪ, ಚೇರ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ.
We have gathered here today to celebrate a beautiful legacy of giving back. The unveiling of science kits donated by the exemplary Mahila Seva Samaja Alumni batch 1974 is indeed a moment of joy and pride. Let us now invite our student Sarangi from class 8 to render the invocation song, Seeking the Blessings of the God.
तारकं शिवम् आश्रये, तारकं शिवम् आश्रये, हम तारकं तारकं शिवम् आश्रये हम 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 सारामृगमदछन्दनचर्चित सगुणदेहं सार्वभौमं सारामृगमदछन्दनचर्चित सगुणदेहं सार्वभौमं नारदादिवन्दितं 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 नन्दिवाहं श्रीहरिकेशं नन्दिवाहं श्रीहरिकेशं नन्दिवाहं श्रीहरिकेशं तारकं शिवम् आश्रयेऽहं तारकं शिवम् आश्रयेऽहम्. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarangi, for a melodious rendition. I now invite Mrs. Sri Lakshmi, Headmistress, State Primary School, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me immense joy and a great sense of pride to welcome you all to this special occasion, the inauguration of our classroom Science Exploration Lab Hands-on Scientific Kits. Today is a significant day for our school as we take another meaningful step towards making classroom learning more interactive, engaging, and joyful. This initiative will provide our students with opportunities to explore, experiment, observe, and learn science through hands-on experiences. It is indeed my privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj. Sir, your gracious presence and valuable time have added great significance to this occasion. We are truly honored to have you with us. May I request our Vice President, Srimati Padmini Madam, to kindly present a token of appreciation to our esteemed chief guest. Thank you, ma'am. I now take great pleasure in welcoming our respected guest of honor, Dr. B.R. Guruprasad. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us, and your presence had made this occasion even more special. I now request our Honorable Secretary, Srimati Revati Suresh Madam, to kindly present a token of our heartfelt appreciation to our guest of honor. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my respectful greetings to our President, Vice President, Honorable Secretary, esteemed committee members, and all members of the management. Your vision, encouragement, and continued support have always strengthened our institution and enabled us to provide better opportunities for our students. We are deeply grateful for your constant encouragement. I would now like to extend a very special and affectionate welcome to our cherished alumni of 1974 batch. Your presence today is particularly meaningful. The bond between an institution and its alumni is one that grows stronger with time. Years may pass, but the memories and affection for one's cherished place of learning remain forever. Your thoughtful contribution towards the Classroom Science Exploration Lab is a beautiful expression of your love and gratitude towards the institution that was once a part of your lives. More importantly, it is a contribution towards the education and future of the generations who are studying here today. We sincerely thank you for your generosity, affection, and commitment to giving back to your educational institution. Thank you, students. We are delighted to welcome the Director of SciCraft, B.R. Nagaraj, and team for their valuable teacher training program. Thank you for sharing your expertise and empowering our teachers with new ideas and effective teaching strategies. We look forward to a meaningful and enriching learning experience together. I also extend my warm greetings to all our distinguished invitees, well-wishers, and every guest who has taken this time to join us and share in this memorable occasion. A special word of appreciation to our dedicated teachers and non-teaching staff. Your sincere efforts, teamwork, and commitment play an important role in creating meaningful learning experiences for our students. And of course, my dear students, you are at the heart of everything we do. This Classroom Science Exploration Lab is for you. I hope you will make the best use of this scientific kits. Ask questions, observe carefully, experiment fearlessly, learn from your mistakes, and most importantly, remain curious. Science is not merely about reading facts from a textbook. It is about questioning, exploring, discovering, and finding answers through experience. When children get an opportunity to see and do things for themselves, learning becomes more meaningful and memorable. We are confident that this initiative will help our students develop scientific temper, curiosity, critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving skills, and confidence. Together, let us continue to create learning experiences that inspire our children to think, explore, experiment, and discover. Once again, I welcome you all for gracing this occasion. Thank you. I also take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to our Astro Club mentor, Dr. Divakar, an esteemed alumnus of 1972 batch. We are delighted to have you with us today, sir, and we are deeply value your continued association and guidance to our students through Astro Club.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm and cordial welcome. Now I request Shreyas Iyengar, Principal of CBSE section, to introduce Chief Guest and the Guest of Honor to this August gathering.
Thank you, Sunita ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present here. It is my privilege and honor to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj, a distinguished educationist, physicist, and a passionate advocate of meaningful and transformative education. Dr. Nagaraj has dedicated several decades of his life to the field of education. A former professor of physics at Vijaya College, Bengaluru, he has made significant contributions to science education and to the development of scientific thinking and problem-solving abilities among young learners. In 1991, with a vision of nurturing students who would strive for sustained excellence, Dr. Nagaraj founded BASE, Be Ahead with Sustained Excellence. What began as a small initiative has grown into a well-known educational institution, inspiring generations of students to approach learning with greater conceptual clarity, discipline, and confidence. However, Dr. Nagaraj's contribution to education extends far beyond academic achievement and competitive examinations. At the heart of his educational philosophy is the belief that true education is about developing the ability to think, question, explore, and find solutions rather than simply memorizing information. Sir has consistently advocated learning that encourages curiosity, observation, analysis, experimentation, and independent thinking. His work has also emphasized the importance of connecting classroom learning with the real world, Through his association with Prayoga Institute of Education Research, he has contributed significantly to promoting experiential and inquiry-based learning, science education, teacher development, and educational innovation. Dr. HSN, as he is fondly called, currently serves as the Chief Advisor of Prayoga Institute of Educational Research. Dr. Nagaraj's journey is therefore not merely a story of academic institutions and achievements, it is a story of lifelong commitment to transforming the way children learn and teachers teach. Sir, it is indeed a privilege for us at Mahila Seva Samaja to have you with us today. We believe that your presence and your words will inspire our students and educators to look at learning with renewed curiosity and purpose. Once again, I extend a warm and cordial welcome to you. I have the privilege and honor to introduce the esteemed guest of honor, Dr. B.R. Guru Prasad, a distinguished scientist, science communicator, academician, and a veteran of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Dr. Guru Prasad has had an illustrious career spanning 37 years with ISRO, where he served in various capacities and contributed to India's space program. As a satellite scientist, he has rich experience in satellite mission planning, analysis, and operations, and has been associated with more than 25 Indian satellite missions. Yes, that deserves an applause. What makes Dr. Guru Prasad's journey particularly inspiring is that his contribution to science extends far beyond the laboratory. Sir has been a passionate science communicator and educator, working tirelessly to make science accessible, interesting, and meaningful to young minds. He has written extensively on astronomy and space science in both English and Kannada, authored several books, contributed to encyclopedias and compendiums, and has written more than 500 articles for newspapers, magazines, and newsletters. His association with the Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium, Bengaluru, has further strengthened his commitment to science education and public outreach. As its director, Sir has been actively involved in communicating important development in India's space programs from Chandrayaan-3 and Gaganyaan to recent developments in human space flight and Earth observation missions. Dr. Guru Prasad is also an adjunct faculty member at the National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bengaluru, where his areas of engagement include international strategic and security studies. His academic and professional interests are complemented by a deep commitment to encouraging young people to question, explore, observe, and discover qualities that lie at the very heart of scientific thinking. For a school like ours, where we endeavor to kindle curiosity and foster a spirit of inquiry among our students, sir, it is indeed a privilege to have you amongst us today. Once again, a warm and cordial welcome. Thank you for your patient hearing. I remain Mrs. Shreya Sainga.
Thank you, ma'am. For a brief introduction of the chief guest and guest of honor, we are truly honored to have them among us. I call upon Ms. Shruti K. Ramakrishna to present the school report. PPT presentation.
Distinguished guests on the dais, respected members of Mahila Seva Samaja Managing Committee, esteemed alumni, academic consultant, heads of institution, teachers, and dear students, good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure and pride to present the school report, which is more than a record of achievements. It is a reflection of our journey. I invite you to walk alongside as we revisit the milestones, accomplishments, and experiences that have shaped the years that have gone by. Mahila Seva Samaja was born in 1913 out of a vision of service, women's empowerment, and education. Founded by Srimati Parvati Amma Chandrasekhar Iyer, the founding members have worked for the upliftment of destitute women. The school was started to give education to girls and women, which was noteworthy. The school is administered by a managing committee comprising of only women, Most of the members are either school old students or retired members of the staff of the school. All the members work on an honorary basis as service to the society and education of the children. Our vision is guided by a simple yet profound aspiration, continuous pursuit of excellence through wholesome education for life. Our mission statement translates this vision into action, guiding us in everything we do to nurture, educate, and empower our students. From its humble beginning in 1913 to its emergence as a vibrant center of education and empowerment today, each milestone reflects the institution's unwavering commitment to its founding ideals. Some of the noteworthy milestones are 1916, after the formation of Seva Sadhana in 1913, the year 1916 witnessed the grant of land to the school by His Holiness Krishna Rajendra Wadiyar IV, Maharaja of Mysore. In 1918, the first batch of 4 students passed the Mysore lower secondary examination. On 3rd September 1920, Annie Besant, a British-Irish theosophist, inaugurated the present building. In 1928, a special English school, special morning school for boys and girls, and the tennis club was started. On 1st October 1938, the institution's Silver Jubilee was celebrated. The year 1954 marked the Silver Jubilee of the tennis club. The 100th year birthday celebration of one of our patron, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, was celebrated in September 1960. In January 1964, Golden Jubilee celebration with Her Excellency Srimati Vijayalakshmi Pandit, the then Governor of Maharashtra, as chief guest was celebrated. October 1973 marked the Diamond Jubilee celebration of the school with Sri H. Narsimhaya and His Excellency Sri Mohan Lal Sukadia, Governor of Karnataka, as chief guest. On October 1st, 1998, the foundation stone for the annex was laid by Dr. Kiran Bedi, IPS. In June 2002, the annex was inaugurated by Her Excellency Srimati V.S. Rama Devi, Governor of Karnataka. During January 2004, the 90th anniversary celebration with Srimati Rani Satish, Honorable Minister of Kannada and Culture as the guest, was organized. Another significant milestone was the opening of the Heritage Hall by Rani Vijaya Devi, sister of His Holiness Sri Jaya Chamarajendra Wadiyar. On 1st April 2006, the CBSE section was started with Srimati Meera Dutt, Postmaster General, Karnataka Circle, as the chief guest. January 2008 marked the inauguration of the Auditorium Unnati by Srimati Arundhati Nag, theatre worker, creative director Rangashankara. The same year in February, the badminton courts were inaugurated by Sri Prakash Padukone, well-known badminton player and recipient of Padma Shri. The year 2013-2014 marked the centenary year. To commemorate this milestone, on 1st October 2013, my stamp and first day cover by Mr. Ramanujan, Postmaster General, Karnataka, was released. On 29th November 2013, the centenary building was inaugurated and the souvenir was released by Mrs. Sudhamurthy, Chairperson, Infosys Foundation. Further, the chemistry lab in the CBSE section was inaugurated by Mr. H. N. Anand Kumar, Member of Parliament. On 2nd May 2014, Bharat Ratna Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, visited the school and laid the foundation stone for Pragati. In 2015, Mahila Seva Samaja was awarded the Intact Heritage Prize. 2016 marked the decennial year celebration of the CBSE wing. On this occasion, a coffee table book was released by Dr. Chiranjeev Singh, former Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka. On 9th October 2021, the Mahila Seva Samaja Astro Club was inaugurated by Sir Shri Kiran Kumar, former Chairman of ISRO and Secretary DOS. The year 2023-24 marked the 110th anniversary celebration of Mahila Seva Samaja. This milestone was celebrated by a Yakshagana performance by the students trained by Sri Shastan and team. Keeping pace with the evolving landscape of education, our school has embraced STEM, education as an integral part of learning, nurturing curiosity, creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills among our students. Through hands-on experiments, classroom-based exploration, scientific investigation, astronomy, coding, robotics, and innovation-oriented activities, students are encouraged to move beyond textbook learning and explore the world around them. One such initiative, the Mahila Seva Samaja Astro Club, has helped to provide meaningful opportunities for students to observe, question, experiment, and discover. These endeavors reflect our commitment to developing not merely learners who know science, but young thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers, equipped to engage with the challenges of tomorrow. The Astro Club has successfully completed 5 years since its inception in 2021, helping students to interact with experts in space science and promote knowledge in astronomical science. We are happy to place on record that a space observatory is being constructed in the school and will be equipped with latest space-based equipments. This project being sponsored by Rotary International. In addition to the Astro Club, a wide array of enrichment activities are being conducted in the school for the students, which include robotics, artificial intelligence, coding, Rotary Interact clubs, NCC, Scouts and Guides, music, drama, theatre club, and English language improvement classes. Today we have gathered for another joyous moment where in a classroom, Science Exploration Lab is being unveiled, and hands-on scientific kits for experiential learning are being donated by the alumni to mark the golden year of their association with the school. We are indeed grateful to this kind gesture of our alumni to promote science discovery initiatives in the classroom. The kits are being procured from Science Craft Company's Experimenter program, who are pioneers in promoting STEM education and experiential learning. In July this year, we science educators were invited for a workshop at Science Craft. During the workshop, we explored their products, shared ideas, and had many meaningful conversations about making STEM learning more hands-on, engaging, and joyful. The session was very interesting and enriching as thoughtful questions were posed, ideas were exchanged, and a plan for better learning experiences for students were discussed. Subsequently, another workshop was organized on 4th August in the school, where the teachers underwent a hand-on training to understand the effective utilization of the kits and explore ways of seamlessly integrating them into everyday learning. The journey of an institution is never measured merely by the milestone it has crossed, but by the lives it has touched and the futures it has shaped. As Mahila Seva Samaja continues its journey, we remain rooted in our values, inspired by our legacy, and committed to embracing the future with confidence and purpose. With this, I conclude the school report with gratitude for the past, pride in the present, and optimism in the future. Thank you for patient hearing. I remain Shruti Ramakrishna.
Thank you, Shruti ma'am, for sharing a report highlighting the milestone and achievements of our institution. Now, let's welcome Dr. Sugami Ramesh, an alumnus, to share a few words with us.
Namaste, all of you. Already people have introduced about Dr. Guru Prasad, sir, and he, as a retired scientist from ISRO, presently director of Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium, and also Dr. H.S. Nagran is a prominent Bangalore-based educationist, physicist, and social entrepreneur, and he is widely known as the founder of Director of Base Educational Services and founder and the chief mentor of Rayo Institute of Education Research. We thank you on behalf of our batch, sir, and honoring this event. I would also like to thank Mr. B.R. Nagraj, Director of Skycraft, a philanthropist with deep-rooted societal concern, actively supporting the causes like the Shankara Cancer Foundation and research, which is very important, which is very good hospital in Bangalore, as a trustee. And the Swami Vivekananda Youth Movement worked, he also worked in Google India for some years. And on behalf of our batch and alumni of MSS, we are grateful to you, sir, and you offer your generosity and imparting training to the teachers for exceptional patience, sir. We really grateful to you, sir. Namaste to the President of Padmaja Pramila Rao, and to all the teachers, and to my dear friends, and to the students. It gives me great pleasure to be with you all today, and especially to present this Skycraft things to you. And we also have 21 models, which is already present here, and it has been donated to you. We want you to gain knowledge, not for ranking. We want you to gain knowledge and be a resource to the society. Like Director Nagaraj, Dr. Nagaraj, Dr. Guru Prasad, and Srimati Pramila Rao, and teachers, they are our role models in our life. This is a stepping stone of our life. Children, this is a stepping stone of our life. Our batch student, we enjoyed our life very nicely. We never had any kind of differences among us. And we were very much willing to spend our time in school rather than going back home. They literally has to chase us out. Even now, after 50 years plus, we still cherish our memories. It is because of this MSS association. And also, I would like to mention about our headmistress, Srimati Sitama, was a great lady. She used to treat us like her own children. She was a great teacher also. And she used to make sure that we all take part in our extracurricular activities, which help us to bond together very well. And it was a stress buster too. We still have some bond, even after so many years, we get connected to each other so well because of this Sitama, which we had brought us together, which we can never forget it. We want all of you to, students especially, not to dwell in the guilt feeling, which drains our energy. We have to be honest and disciplined and consistent in whatever we do. I'm sure we can achieve our goals. We want all of you to respect your teachers. It's not an easy job. I just want to quote an example. A few days back, I had a client who came to me. She refused to go to the school. I asked her, what is the reason? She said, my teacher asked me to solve a problem on the board, which I became very panicked, and I became fear, and I couldn't solve the problem. After that, she felt that she was being humiliated by the teacher. She felt that, and that's the reason she refused to go back. why she was very angry with the teacher, and the parents didn't know what to do about it, and they came to me. See, that you should take it as a positive. The teacher is encouraging to be bold and courageous, face the situation. You people are very young. You need to learn to cope up with the stress and try to deal with it. If you're not comfortable, you can always tell your teacher that, ma'am, I'm not comfortable, and you have to do it one way or the other. One day or the other, you need to solve those. You need to face the consequence, especially during exams and all. I do get some of the clients who have severe panic attack and anxiety during exams. They forget everything, whatever they have learned. So we learn to, if we have practiced ourselves in the classroom, so we will not have any difficulty in facing the exam. So that's the reason I just wanted to give you this example. And I would like to thank to my batchmate, Geeta Shekhar. She was one who initiated this thing to do something for the school. And of course, Mrs. Shobha and Savitri and Mrs. Gayatri Jaiprakash executed the mission. It was not an easy job to generate this amount, but our friends generously contributed toward the kit. It's because of the feelings which we have toward the school. Thank you. Namaste. Cheers to Mahila Seva Samaj.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspirational words. And we understand the emotion, and I know our students are very curious. We promise you we'll make use of this kit to the best of our possibilities, and we'll build in the curiosity in our kids. Thank you, ma'am. I now request our guest of honor, Dr. B.R. Gror Prasad, to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, Professor Nagaraj, and other Nagaraj, Mr. B.R. Nagaraj of SciCraft, and Dr. P.G. Divakar, who was our former scientific secretary in ISRO, Shobha Narayan, and all other dignitaries of the dais, and my dear students, and of course respected teachers. I always say, at least I studied in National High School here only, just across this compound. I always say, when I see the emotional attachment, the bond that is there between 1974 students specifically and the institution, I too have such an emotional attachment with National Education Society. I always, even today, I practice Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. The people who taught me, either in middle school or in high school, Dr. Divakar also can vouch for that, or in college, Professor B.M. Srinivasa Rao, Professor H.S. Murthy, Dr. R. Ramchandra. Even today, how Dr. Ramchandra explained Rutherford's theory of alpha particle scattering, even 46 years back, I still remember that. That is the power of the teacher, in fact. That's why I say Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Today I'm standing here thanks to Shobha Narayan, who was my colleague in ISRO. We have worked for many satellites together. In ISRO there is no ladies, gents, all those things, media my project. But the thing is, all of us work together. We are scientists or engineers there, or even technicians, what not in fact, but all of us work together. So there are no inhibitions. So that is the way. I remember one thing, before that, let me tell you, it is whatever sacrifice they have done, 1974 batch, what a noble thing they have done. See, I remember Purandara Dasa's basic thing which teaches Carnatic music. Kereya neeranu kerege chelli, varava padedavarante kaaniro. Hariya karunadolado bhagyava. Hari Samarpane Madi Badukiro. That is what they have done. Kudos to them. Give them a big hand, in fact. And thanks to their sacrifice, their initiative, their endeavor, I am standing here. Especially thanks to Shobha. Let me tell you, sacrifice means I remember. All of you know, I want to ask you a question. Very recently from Sriharikota, a rocket was launched, private rocket was launched that put a group of satellites to orbit. Can any one of you tell me what is the name of the rocket? Skyroot is the name of the company. What is the name of the rocket? Vikram, give her a big hand. Vikram 1, named after Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. The launch date was July 18, 2026. Let's go back 50 years, okay? 46 years, sorry. 46 years, July 18, 1980, okay? July 18, 1980 was the first, launch of a rocket from the Indian soil that was successful in putting a satellite to orbit. Let me tell you, so July 18, 1980 was the launch of SLV-3, India's first launch vehicle that put India as a country, that made India as a country that has the capability to launch its own satellite. That was the 7th country to do so. India became the 7th country. But a year earlier, on August 10th, 1979, the same rocket was launched, 1 year earlier. But due to some problem, it could not accomplish its task. Do you know who was the project director of SLV-3? It was none other than, you saw the picture, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, he was the project director. And under his leadership only, SLV-3 was built. But first launch was not a success. August 10th, 1979. At that time, the chairman of ISRO at that time was Professor Satish Dhawan. Okay, he was the one. So, Dr. Shri Kalam went to Professor Satish Dhawan. The world media had congregated at Sriharikota. Oh, what this country, which is a backward country, can it launch a satellite? At that time they were thinking. Today it is different. But it could not do its task. Then a sullen-faced Kalam sir came to Professor Satish Dhawan and told, it seems, sir, sorry we could not accomplish this, but let me express as to how difficult it is to launch a satellite to the world media here. I will go, with your permission, I will go and brief them, sir. Then Professor Satish Dhawan told, it seems, no, you stay back. Who are you? You are the project director after all. Who am I? I am the chairman of ISRO. Let me handle this, he said. And he went and coined a word, partially unsuccessful. We have heard the word partially successful. He coined a word, partially unsuccessful. That means mostly it was a success, somewhere it failed. Okay, let us fast forward. From August 10th, 1979 to July 18th, 1980, again the SLV-3 was launched. This time it was a roaring success. The Rohini satellite started orbiting the Earth. Then a beaming Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam went to Professor Satish Dhawan and told, sir, we have accomplished it. You please go and brief the media about the significance of this achievement. For that again, Professor Dhawan told, it seems, please wait, don't be in a hurry. Who am I? I'm after all chairman ISRO, that's all. What I have done? I'm a titular head here, I'm sitting here. Who are you? You are the one who have accomplished this. You should go and brief the media, not me. My dear friends, why I'm narrating this incident is because that is sacrifice. A true leader is the one who wants a failure, not the success. Professor Satish Dhawan wanted the failure, not the success. When success was there, he gave the credit to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. That is responsible for today's India's success in the domain of space. So that kind of sacrifice means when these people have done a little sacrifice, and it has resulted in this, and definitely it is going to pay off in the form of intellect on the part of creativity on the part of students. Definitely, you can look at things in a different way. I was so amazed by the tectonic plates movement model, in fact. It is so nice. I like geology a lot. Okay, anyway, all said and done, this one incident. And my dear students, see, you have to, that is why, thank this 74 batch of people who have done a lot for you people, in fact. Definitely. Second point, okay, let me tell you, many of you may think, okay, I study a lot, I study Newton's laws of motion. First law, it is too big. Everybody continues to be in the state of rest or of uniform motion along a straight line unless acted upon by an external force to change that state. Well, sir, you have by-hearted it very well, you can tell me, in fact. That's not the thing. And what is the use of this, you may think. Second law, all of you know, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied, and it will be in the direction of the applied force. Even when I was studying in high school, Dr. Divakar can vouch, our teacher was H. Srinivas Murthy. He taught us, what a guru he was, really, HSM. So when he was teaching, I was not interested. Third law, it is easy. Second law, I want to tell you. But later, thanks to Professor Narasimhaya, I could able to take interest in science. Later, when I was Public Relations Officer of ISRO, in 2014, we launched a GSLV rocket. You know how big it is? After all, an Indian rocket, I say, not very big. Only 17 stories high rocket, in fact. As high as a 17-story building, weighing 421 tons. I have touched that rocket. Hey, how can it go up? That kind of thing. Then it had what is known as a cryogenic stage. It is very, very difficult. Liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen are used in that. Oxygen and hydrogen, all the school students know, they are gases. Okay. Then what happened was, the rocket was launched and earlier it had failed. But we were very, very emotional. What would happen to the launch? What would happen to the launch? I was really wondering. About 30 media persons were with me. 30 media persons were with me on that day. Then what happened? This cryogenic stage should have started working at around 295 seconds after launch. Then I was waiting for the announcement from the scientist who was watching the launch and giving commentary of the launch. Cryogenic stage is working perfectly or normally. That announcement did not come. He said, after an excruciating waiting, I was thinking again it has failed or what. The prestige of India was at stake. Then he announced, the vehicle is accelerating. Vehicle is accelerating means what? What does Newton's second law says? Force equals mass into acceleration. GSLV rocket has a mass, massive vehicle it is. Okay? It is accelerating. Means what? A force is acting on that. This is high school physics. Force is acting on that. What is that force? The pushing force upwards, we call it as thrust. How that thrust is generated according to Newton's third law? Reaction. What is the action then? Combustion of the propellants. So indirectly, it says the engine is working perfectly. Look at that. Now you agree with me, isn't it? When you study physics, definitely it will benefit you, your family, your school, your university, your country at large, as well as the humanity at large. I am sure about it. Look at many people who are in America, who are Indians, who are in Bangalore. Okay, just another 2 minutes, I'll finish. Today, there is a Mars helicopter. A helicopter is sitting on the surface of Mars, like a drone it is. 72 times it has flown on Mars in the thin Martian air. Okay, it is a NASA helicopter. Do you know who is the lead engineer who built this helicopter? The team which built the helicopter, the lead engineer, his name is Bob Balram. Bob is an American word anyway. Balaram. You know M.N. Krishna Rao Park here, isn't it? Krishna Rao was the Diwan and he was the finance minister, councillor in those days. Okay. So his great grandson. His cousin Raghuram is my friend. Anyway, Dr. Divakar also can vouch. Why I am telling is, students, please, when your teacher teaches science, physics or chemistry, that is the way you have to take interest. Don't think that I am studying it for the sake of getting marks. That inner happiness you get if you understand the subject. All these things will facilitate that kind of emotional attachment. Okay, that is the one which enable you to have that emotional attachment, that creativity in you. I am sure about it. So, science is fun. Science is beneficial to humanity. It all depends on the way we utilize it. But to understand science in a proper way, in a very interesting way, you need tools like this. And who has given these tools? Who has facilitated the donation of these tools? These 74 batch of people. So you have to be thankful to them, especially. One last word. Today, anyway, Shobha Narayan was telling me, my former colleague, today is Bhiman Amavasya, and it happens to be Amavasya. And apart from Amavasya, it is total solar eclipse today. You know, that's why I have to leave early, because seldom I am in demand, like the eclipse day, because a lot of media people will be there about eclipse. Already many people came in the morning. So I would say that today, solar eclipse is a total solar eclipse is there today. Fortunately or unfortunately only, it is not visible to India. It starts at 9:04 p.m. roughly in the evening, and it extends up to tomorrow early in the morning up to 1:27 or 1:30 in the morning, early morning hours. It's a total solar eclipse, but the path of totality is coming from Siberia, Greenland, Iceland, then Spain, and a little bit of Portugal, and it goes away. What a fascinating sight. Even if you can't see, you can see it, the streamed data, whether it is in Greenland, Iceland, Spain is fantastic. So please do take interest in science. Science is fun. Today, including this speaker, everything is provided by science, applied science. So that is why earlier when the slogan came from Vajpayee, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. That is what we have to understand. So please understand the fundamental concepts of science with interest. Do maths, not study maths. Do maths very well. And respect your teachers, respect your family. And that will do good, not only for you, as I said, ultimately to your country and to the humanity as such. So good luck to all of you. Once again, congratulations to 74 batch of people. And let some more things come from them. Okay. And good luck once again in all your future endeavors to the students, student community here. If ISRO has accomplished ISRO has accomplished the landing of a spacecraft, robotic spacecraft in the south polar region of the moon, that is done by your previous generation. What prevents you from doing better things? Will you do it or not, students? Yes or no? For that, I told you, you have to persevere, and for all the achievements of this great country, okay, today, India is seen not as a country of snake charmers. It is seen as a country of science and technology. You have to sustain it. You have to enhance it. If you understand this, if you are proud of your country's achievements, then give a big hand to a great country called India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring words to our students. Indeed, they are required at this moment. We now move on to the most awaited moment of the day, the unveiling of the kits by our distinguished guests. I request Dr. H.S. Nagaraj and Dr. B.R. Guruprasad to come forward for the unveiling of the science classroom kits. I also request our honorable committee members to join them. I call upon school council leaders from both the streams to be accompanied by Mrs. Girja and Mrs. Seva to bring the kids for the unveiling. I request 9th standard students along with Nalina ma'am and Vibha ma'am and 7th standard students with Navya ma'am to come forward to receive the kids from our esteemed guests. Thank you, sirs, for unveiling the kits. We are truly privileged to have such an eminent personality with us today, whose insight always inspire young minds. I now respectfully invite our honorable chief guest, Dr. H.S. Nagaraj, sir, to address the gathering. Thank you, sir, for unveiling the kits.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, due to some work, I need to leave early. Kindly pardon me. Thank you, sir. With the permission of Professor Nagaraj. Thank you.
Of Mahila Seva Samaja, well-wishers, staff, and all the other support system for the school, parents, and finally I am coming to the most dear part, my dear students. I have been with students like you for 61 years, so that's why I am privileged. Today is a very special day. I have visited many institutions, worked with many institutions like engineering colleges to other colleges. I think if I remember all that I saw, this is a special place which I had missed. Probably I am blessed to be here today. Thanks to all of you here for giving me an opportunity to be here. What a pedigree, what a kind of sacrifice those people have done. Those days when education was scarce, more so women's education was almost impossible. Thanks to those great souls. in my student days, I came to the city only for my college education. I was in a village. The two names in South Bangalore where I lived for education for girls was Mahila Seva Samaja and Maharashtra Mahila Mandali. I think this is the older of the two, and it has such a great history. Really grateful to the invitation and giving me this opportunity. Already in the introductory part, and again as a repetition, I have seen few jargons or words being named. Critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, decision making. These are of late called the 21st century skills. I don't agree. These are more needed as 21st century skills. But truly, ever since man came on this planet, he has been constantly thinking initially for survival. What was the challenges of the primitive man? What was the problem to be solved for the primitive man? When a wild animal chased, he had to escape. He needed a place to hide. At dark, he would get frightened. At the sight of a lightning, he would get frightened. So, a cave, a door for the cave, and so on. All that time, the challenge has been there, and man has been thinking. If humanity is there on this planet today, with what we call as today's civilized society, technologically evolved society, it has been because he has been constantly thinking. When I say he, it includes both genders. Man has been thinking since times immemorial. But the challenges were continuously changing. It has been different. The challenges of the primitive man are not the challenges of today. Schools did not exist. Learning happened. Universities did not exist. People went on innovating. Fire was discovering fire or innovation of getting fire was a great innovation. Making a wheel was an innovation. Innovation has been constantly there. Finding out tools to improve and help living has been constantly there. Universities have been there for 200 years, around that. Then how did people learn? They were driven by that internal passion initiated by survival, for more comforts and so on and so forth. I take a little more time than probably permitted, but with an excuse from all of you. society. See, you know, change is the only permanent thing. Society has been changed. Okay, I am not blaming the past. That society was all right at that time with that. But today, people have become slaves to technology. Very recently, I was reading an article where a 21-year-old fellow in United States doesn't think, he can't think. At times, he simply sits. He can't say he is hungry. At best, if he says he is hungry, want food, food, if he says, if someone asks, what shall we give? Ask AI, ask AI. He is not able to even make such small thinking possible. So technology is a double-edged sword. It can cut the wrong way. It can help you do wonderful things. Lot of time in the past was spent on manual labor. People had to go to fields, work. By 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, they are tired, they are terribly hungry, they want to grab, eat something. Half the energy was spent in earning food or working for food. Today, if all of them can be done by machines, we don't have to do manual labor. Today, how many of us feel hungry exactly and eat at that time? 9 o'clock is my breakfast time, 1 o'clock is my lunch time, hungry or otherwise, we eat it. So we have already lost the core human traits of living, evolving, and so on. One startling data I tell, before that I want to tell some good piece of information. There was a survey by McKinsey some 15 years back to evaluate which is the most creative child in the whole world. The survey was done from children in age group 5 to age group 15. You should all be ready for a clap. At the age of 5, Indian child is the most creative child in the world and stands number 1. At the age of 5, Indian child stands number 1. You are all around 14, 15, right? Yes. At the age of 15, I am not meaning any discomfort to you, but fact, survey report. At the age of 15, the Indian child occupies 23rd position in the globe. Do we want this? A child who was number 1 being taken to position 23. This is our contribution. I am not critical of the past. It has happened. You know, can we go back to yesterday? No. Tomorrow has not yet come, but today is where we should do what we want. One other survey, not a present one, there has been a survey of every generation's intellectual capability. This is a very recent one, hardly few months old. Because of industry, technology changes in this society, each generation is found to be better than the previous generation intellectually. My grandfather thought his son was better. My father thought I am better. I think my son is better. This is what I mean. It's an actual test done on several parameters. Each generation was more intelligent than the previous generation. But 2010 generation, painfully on this platform I have to say, was found to be less intelligent than the previous generation. Who is responsible? Not the children. Don't blame the technology. Addiction to technology, addiction to my WhatsApp, addiction to my ChatGPT, addiction to my WhatsApp, addiction to my Facebook, addiction to this, and addiction to devices. I don't have to remember tables. How many of us, we remember tables 1 to 20, forward, reverse, anything, random? We remembered at least 50, 60 addresses of residences in Bangalore. We would go straight. We would remember phone numbers of 50 people, family members. Today, how many of us know phone numbers? Unless if my mobile is lost, I am lost in life. So technology is supposed to be an aid for brain, aid to our capability. But if technology replaces or substitutes for our brain, we are lost as a generation. I am not talking this to tell a sad story, my dear young children. You should know that technology is supposed to be your assistants. They are needed. But you should never become a slave. Therefore, I start my actual talk for only 5 minutes. No. Education is what is supposed to give you ability to think, not just remember. There are systems now to remember. When I did my PhD, I remember to get one molecular data, whether what's the bond length, bond angle, how does it stretch, etc. I have waited for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Unless I found the journal, it was not possible. Today, at the click of a button, any information is only seconds away from you. Therefore, you don't have to remember certain things, but your thinking ability, your analyzing ability, why it is like this, why not another way? Your curiosity is the first thing. Curiosity, asking questions, thinking. Don't accept things that we say because we are saying that. Today, parents are also evolved. Nam kaladalli, hey, bhai muchkondu sumne iru, nanu helidashtu maadu, do this, don't ask questions. You are not like that. You are lucky. And you can get any information. So, your experiences should build up your thinking, your questioning capability, analytical capability, problem solving capability, alternate solutions or multiple solution development, and evaluating which is better solution and why, which suits when, and all decision making. These are the traits required. Because you have less manual labor in the days to come because of technology, you have the opportunity to do more intellectual work. In fact, somebody is an artist, let us say, if you don't have to struggle for your basic food, I think you can do better music, better painting, better art, which humanity has never seen in the past. There's a lot more time for you people. Therefore, there are two options. Either become exceptionally better and do things which humanity has never done in the past, or become extremely lazy because you get your food, eat, sleep. Niman's mental hospitals will get filled up. We should not do that. We don't want our children to be like that. Therefore, my dear youngsters, I am going to tell one important, strong feeling inside me. You are born and you are just growing in an age which is extraordinarily great because you have so much technology, so much opportunity, and each challenge is a great opportunity because you can explore, you can think better, you can find solutions to problems which already have solutions. New solutions are possible. For problems that don't exist today, but they will surely come, you can solve problems which we don't foresee today. Therefore, it's a great opportunity. For doing these things, I said and cut short that you started walking at the age of 1, 2. You wanted to explore. Do that intellectual exploration today. According to psychology and education experts, complete self-learning with very little assistance is possible from the age of 12 to 14. It can start at that age. Younger children need a little more hand-holding, but children from the age of 12 to 14 can be self-learners. If you can learn, you have the joy of learning, sense of discovery. This is what should come to you. Oh, I have to remember those 50. You will discover for yourself. Where should the teacher come? You will discover for yourself. Where should the teacher come? Only when you can't understand. When you learn to eat, your mother stopped feeding you. If your mother mixed something and tried to put it in your mouth, you would spit it and say, no, I want to eat myself. Learning should happen like that. Therefore, enjoy learning, do self-learning. Do experiential learning. Unless you have a strong foundation of experiential learning, your abstraction, etc., which come later, will not come in life. See, imagine a mathematician or somebody saying, I think of an n-dimensional space. I'll say 4D space. Unfortunately, I can think of only 1 dimension or 2 dimensions or at best 3 dimensions. If a teacher simply writes 4 dimension, I'm at a loss. But for that imagination to come, both age, experience are required. That experience comes from the foundation of concrete experiences. Imagine I have seen an elephant, I have also seen a tiger, either physically or at least in a picture. Then if some anthropologist says, there was an animal in the past which was as big as the elephant but with the head of a tiger, I can easily visualize that and construct it. If I have neither seen an elephant nor a tiger, how can I do that? So your abstraction, imagination, etc. later comes only with that. We have all learned our LKG, UKG books. A for apple, there is an apple. B, ball. We saw an image and then we learned the alphabet. So everything happens like that. Unless visual images are there, we can't learn. But unfortunately in our school system, everything is taught. Newton discovered this, Einstein did this, Charles did this, Boyle did this. We are told. It's no different from history. We remember, forget. Nothing becomes systemic. Therefore, experiential learning is the only fair for all of you till you reach the age of 15, 16, 17. Then you need a mixture of concrete experiences and abstraction. Become also self-confident. Nothing is impossible for you to do. In fact, often it is said, unless you feel something is impossible, you always can do that. When you know that when you think it is impossible, you give up. You can't do that at all. And therefore, nothing is impossible. All that you have to do is to love what you do. Because this kind of talk is boring. I'll tell you a real life incident. We have all heard of a place called Agumbe in Western Ghats. Malnadalli is Agumbe anta kelidivi. It was a bad summer. You know, go to Malnad, in summer it's quite hot. A young girl was living near the foothills. Some outsider like me went for a holiday. He went up that Agumbe Ghat. He climbed up very early because he knew it would be hot. At about 10:30, he was stepping down. He was walking down the hill. He was profusely sweating, taking his handkerchief, fanning himself because he was feeling very hot. He was hardly 30, 35 years. That's the age when physically we are very strong. That fellow says, I'm so strong and so fit at this age, I'm profusely sweating. How to come down this distance? Suddenly he finds a small 6-7-year-old girl running up virtually the hill. She is just running up with a 3-4-year-old child in her arm. That fellow could not believe what's happened to me. This girl is simply running. How is that? This fellow stops. I think most of you know Kannada. I use Kannada for the reason. The story is in Kannada that makes a big impact. Hey, hudigi, nintko, nintko. Hey, magu, ninne karita irodu, ಕೂಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. That girl is not aware of it. She is in her own world, happily running up the hill. ಒಂದು ಚೋಟುದ್ದ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಕಂಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ಮಗುನ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಹತ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಭಾರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? After several calls she turns, ಇಲ್ಲ ರೀ, ಅವ್ನು ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ, ನನಗೇನು ಭಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. The girl says, ಅವ್ನು ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ, ನನಗೇನು ಭಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಭಾರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ? ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಅವನು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವಳಿಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಭಾರ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಳಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸು, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸು, ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ತಂಗಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಭಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ ಭಾರ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳಲೇಬಾರ್ದು. ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮದು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಏನೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆಯಿತು, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯಿತು, ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ BSc ಆಯಿತು, MSc ಆಯಿತು, PhD ಆಯಿತು, ಏನೇನೋ ಆಯಿತು. ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವೇ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಐ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಲಿಟ್ಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಲವ್ಡ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮಗೇನೋ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದಿರಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಬೇರೆದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಂಜಾಯ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ very beautiful part of human history. Very beautiful, very challenging. Both opportunities are there. You can do wonderful things, you can get lost. Therefore, use technology. You should not be slaves to technology. You should be masters of technology. You should produce world-class technology here. Guru Prasad also said it. Where was ISRO? Where was the IT picture on the global scale for Indians? We have achieved. And why I told that specific survey report, Indian child is number 1 in the globe at the age of 5. You want to remain number 1 or go to 23rd position? So ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತು? We'll spring back to number 1 position and not remain in 23rd position or below that ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This is a wonderful place. Do experiential learning. I want to end my talk with 2 small recent happenings. At Prayoga, we work with children from 6th grade to 10th grade primarily. Up to 12th grade work ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Other than that, engineer, say BScs, MScs, BTech ಹೋದವರು ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ. IIS ಇದೆ, IITs ಇದೆ, ISAs ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪೇಟೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. This is something which children of your age have done. We have a program called Anveshana, where 8th, 9th, 10th grade children apply for our project work. We have truly world-class laboratories in quite a few areas. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಯೂತ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಲೇ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಐ invite 2 children from that school, apart from children from other school, tribal school, government school, interior villages ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಅಂಥ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. We had about 60 children this year. The farthest place was Ladakh. ಲಡಾಖಿಂದ 9ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗು ಒಂದು ಬಂದಿದ್ಲು. ಹೀಗೆ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದಿಂದ 16 ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು, 16 districts. Most of them are from rural areas, from government schools. They have published so far 12 papers in international peer-reviewed journals. ಯಾರು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ PhDಸು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಫೆಲೋಸ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೋಪಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಹೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಅಂಥ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳುಗಳು 9, 10ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ದು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಕೇಪಬಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಈ ಸಣ್ಣದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಕಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲು. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ rather formulated 3 materials which have gone for patenting. High school children patenting 3 stuffs. I'll tell quickly. One is called a bone healing material. They have developed a material which can be used in orthopedic surgeries. During orthopedic surgery, some titanium steel rods are put and nuts and bolts are attached. Sometimes to remove that, they do one more surgery. This is a material in the form of sheets. You can wrap the portion tightly and put some soluble stitches. This is biodegradable and biocompatible, so nothing happens inside the body. In 3 months, it's completely degraded. So, don't you see a lot of improvement can be done with this kind of material? Further steps are there. We are doing all that. Another is an electromagnetic shielding. We need electromagnetic shielding in many situations, including spy aircraft and so on and so forth. High school children have produced this. Another is what's called as super hydrophobic material. Some of our drones at high altitudes collect minute droplets of water which crystallize at that temperature, and the drone can be slightly imbalanced. These children have produced material which remains super hydrophobic and doesn't allow crystals to form even up to -80 degrees. This is a material done by high school children. So, I would like to conclude that you are in the best part of human history. Believe in yourself, believe in self-learning, keep your curiosity, continue to question, learn with completely experiential way in the school, build your capabilities. Finally, remain yourself, respect your teachers, respect your parents. These are the only two people who are not your competitors in life. Everybody else, all your friends, classmates are also competitors. Parents and teachers, you don't see God, but they are the real God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and valuable words. I request Mr. Vijeta of Science Craft to give a brief introduction about the science kits.
Thank you very much. I can see all the children sitting here are really excited, right? So, both HSN sir and Guru Prasad sir have told why we need to do it. I'm just here to tell what we are giving, that's it, right? So, we have created a very simple, easy to bring labs that can be directly gotten into your classrooms, so that while you are studying the concepts of science, be it like Guru Prasad sir was telling about Newton's second law, Newton's first law, how would it be if you can discover the law for yourself rather than memorizing and remembering it? Now, those are the kind of tools that we have created that can directly come to your class. Some of the kits were displayed during the inauguration. You will definitely start using it, so you don't have to imagine it here. I just got three simple tools in my hand. I know it's not very familiar because it's done by our team. Can anybody guess what am I holding in my hand? So you are guessing something around telescope, microscope. Your guess is right. I'm just bringing it here to show how easy it is to hold and fix, so that with not much effort, you can have your microscope right on your tabletop without the teacher telling, don't touch it, okay? You can use it even if it takes a small drop, nothing will happen. So we have made it child-proof, okay? So you can feel free to experiment, learn through experimentation, figure out things through experimentation, sometimes even fail at experimentation and fail at the experiment itself. That is also totally fine. As Guru Prasad sir was telling, even Abdul Kalam sir had failed once, right? That is totally fine. You have to continue to keep questioning and experimenting. That is our, goal. Thank you, Savitri ma'am and Shobha ma'am for facilitating this. They are just a small part. Everything else is left to your enthusiastic teachers and the spirit that you carry, all the children sitting here. Please make sure you question, you experiment, make sure you observe carefully, record your observations and arrive at your inferences and learn that way so that you become original thinkers. That is my wish. All the best to all of you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir. And all the best.
Thank you, sir. As we reach the conclusion of this wonderful and memorable event, it is time to express our heartiest gratitude to everyone who made it possible. I now invite Mrs. Manjula, State Board Headmistress, High School, to present the vote of thanks.
ಗಾಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಉಸಿರಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀರಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಳಕಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯುಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅನುಭವವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವಿಲ್ಲ, ಜ್ಞಾನವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನವಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಲಿಕೆ ಎಂದರೆ ಕೇವಲ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಪುಟಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಜ್ಞಾನವಲ್ಲ, ಅನುಭವದ ಮೂಲಕ ಅರಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಕಲಿಕೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಇಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತರಗತಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಅನ್ವೇಷಣಾ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾಲಯ ಅನುಭವಾತ್ಮಕ ಕಲಿಕೆಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಗಿಕ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಕಿಟ್ಗಳ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆಯ ಈ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಗೊಳಿಸಿದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವುದು ನನಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಂತೋಷದ ಸಂಗತಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಮೂಲ್ಯ ಸಮಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸಿದ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ HS ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು, ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಇದರ ಸ್ಥಾಪಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಸಲಹೆಗಾರರಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ವಂದನೆಗಳು ಸರ್. ಅವರ ಅಮೂಲ್ಯ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆಯಾಗಲಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BR ಗುರುಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಪರಿಮಳಾ ರಾವ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರಿಗೆ, ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಮತ್ತು ಖಜಾಂಚಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಪದ್ಮಿನಿ ಗೋಖಲೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರಿಗೆ, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ರೇವತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ವಿಶೇಷ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ನಿರಂತರ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ, ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಂಬಲದಿಂದಲೇ ಇಂತಹ ಅನೇಕ ಉತ್ತಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿಸಿದ ನಮ್ಮ 1974ರ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ನ ಹಳೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಸಮೂಹಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕೊಡೋಣ. 50 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಸುವರ್ಣೋತ್ಸವದ ನೆನಪಿಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯೊಂದಿಗಿನ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಕಲಿಕೆಗೆ ನೆರವಾಗುವಂತಹ ಈ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಕಿಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿರುವುದು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಶ್ಲಾಘನೀಯ. 1974ರ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ 52 ವರ್ಷಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಿದ್ದು, 50ನೇ ವರ್ಷದ ಸವಿ ನೆನಪಿಗಾಗಿ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಏನನ್ನಾದರೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯೋಜನೆ ರೂಪಿಸಿ ಇಂದು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾರ್ಯರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮಾಜದಿಂದ ಪಡೆದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿರುವುದು ವಿಶೇಷ. ಇದು ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಲ್ಲ, ತಮ್ಮ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸದ ತಾಣದ ಮೇಲಿನ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯ ಮೇಲಿನ ಕಾಳಜಿಯ ಸುಂದರ ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಕಿಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸೈಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ವಿನ್ಯಾಸಗೊಳಿಸಲಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಇದರ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾದ ಸೈಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ನ BR ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ವಿಜಯ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಮಧುಸೂದನ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಮತ್ತು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದು 1977ರ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲದೆ ಉಳಿದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಸಂಘದವರು ಕೂಡ ತಮ್ಮ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಶ್ರೋ ಕ್ಲಬ್ನ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ದಿವಾಕರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಸಲಹೆಗಾರರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಅನುರಾಧ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರವರಿಗೆ, ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಹಾಗೂ CBSE ವಿಭಾಗದ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಸನ್ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕೇತರ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಯವರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೃಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಕಿಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇವಲ ಉಪಕರಣಗಳಾಗಿ ನೋಡದೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸುವ, ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸುವ, ಅನ್ವೇಷಿಸುವ ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಸದನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯುವ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೂ ಹಿತೈಷಿಗಳಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ವಂದನೆ.
Dear students, thank you for being a wonderful audience. We would like to share that our alumni have been very, very generous in arranging some nice snacks for you people. Yeah, see, sitting back for this long, you are going to get a reward. Please wait till the guest leaves. I request the teachers will take the kids out from the main door and then they exit. There was a delay. Apologies for that, but kids, please wait and move in a coordinated way. Can I request all the teachers to ensure that the children move in a coordinated way? Thank you all.
Thank you, Manjula ma'am and Shri ma'am. With gratitude in our hearts and inspiration in our minds, this brings to the end of today's ceremony. Thank you all. I remain Devi Sunita, signing off.
Sarangi, please collect your jacket. It's with me.